Last team that I wanted to talk about from this whole discussion, from the top 10, my top 10, and really it's top 11, because remember, Duck fans, I'm including you. Oregon, you're in this. You're in this conversation. I really like Oregon. I think we're underselling right now and undervaluing Washington. Washington is freaking good, man. Like, not just, oh, good for a Pac-12 team. Oh, they throw the ball well. That's just a really good football team. Kalen DeBoer is a good football coach. Michael Penix is a bona fide Heisman candidate, period. They housed Michigan State. Not even close. They beat them 41-7, led 35-0 at half. And Penix was incredible. 27 of 35 for 473 yards and 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. They've got great wide receivers on the outside. He had time, was barely touched in the pocket. They throw it down the field as well as anybody in the country, and that's a pretty good defense. And I've been telling you this since the preseason. Remember, I believe I had them at like 6 in my preseason poll, and the reason is like I think that this is a legit playoff team. Absolutely. There's no doubt it. If there's one team in the country that we are underappreciating right now as a college football entity, right, as just a national spotlight, it's absolutely Washington. If there's one player that we're undervaluing right now in the country, it's Michael Penix. This guy can play. I covered him in the COVID year when he was the quarterback at Indiana. He went into the shoe and gave the Buckeyes all they could handle that day. He transfers. He's stayed healthy, which was really the issue at Indiana. He transfers, kind of follows Kalen DeBoer, who had left Indiana, who went to Fresno, and then he winds up in Washington. They reunite. This offense is tailor-made for him, and when he's in rhythm, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country. Hands down. Hands down. Washington is a problem for everybody, not just in the Pac-12, not just for USC, for everybody. Let me just put it to you this way. Which offense, which quarterback, which team do you trust in the top 11 to get into a shootout with Washington and actually come out on top? That's when this gets interesting. Do you really trust Michigan to do that? Do you really trust Penn State to do that, or Georgia to do that? Do you really trust Notre Dame to do that? Are we undervaluing Washington? Absolutely. Absolutely. Washington is legit.